The head bashing in the start of season 2. The head bashing against the tombstone. That was pretty cool.
Am I supposed to move out of the way or something? Is this...
Are you fighting the Queen Alien already?
I don't... Am I?
She's that good. Already there. Katrina, do bad reviews upset you?
You know, I just don't read them.
Yeah, you get kind of told to stay away from a lot of that stuff.
You know, the online thing is a wonderful, wonderful thing because it allows you to connect with a lot of fans, but at the same time, it can be really destructive. And
yeah.
Because for every, out of 100 people, 99 people will be amazing, and then you'll get one idiot, and it can ruin your day, so why bother?
What are you doing? You're playing it like my dad. It's like playing a racing game.
What is this thing? What is that? Why is it?
We make a nice couple, Katrina.
Thanks.
So, is it difficult to cry on cue, or do they give you fake tears? They don't necessarily get you to cry on cue. They do have this thing called what is it? Tear blower, where they would come up to you and blow like menthol into your eyeball. I'm proud to say that I never used it.
I've never used it.
Because it's really bad for your eyes. But I know that that's there, but you know.
Normally, if you're really focused in on the scene that you're doing and you've justified everything and you understand what's happening.
Yeah. And generally in the script, if they say you cry, it's not necessarily that they need you to cry. It's just basically saying he's at a particular emotional kind of point. So if they want you to cry right there and then, they're not necessarily, I dare say, not the best director, because that's not how people work.
Yeah, I had a director do that to me, and needless to say, he didn't get any tears.
No.
Ah.
You play computer games like you're having a seizure.
I think she's getting a lot of steam burn.
Oh, don't die, Ripley. Tim Tams. Yes, they're Australian and in New Zealand. They don't have them over here. They do? Do they?
Have you ever, you don't have to tell me where you live, but if you're anywhere near the west side, there's a mall there.
I don't know where anything is in this one.
The mall called the West Side Pavilion, movie theater.
Really? If you guys want to try some amazing kind of candy, it's like chocolate wafery kind of stuff. Tim Tams. Brilliant.
Chocolate wafery? Like, what is it exactly?
It's like a...
Chocolate wafers.
Yeah, chocolate wafer.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Try it, man.
Delicious.
Try it. What do you think of Ben Affleck as Batman? Hey, you know, people think he's going to do a good job. Let's wait to see what he does first before, you know, you say anything about it. It's like, he's never played Batman before, so how do you know if he's good or bad?
Maybe it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I knit a beanie to wear it.
I'm drinking vitamin water. Tim Tam Slammers. Basically, you bite the ends off the Tim Tams and you have a glass of milk or whatever, and you suck it.
Oh, wow.
She's had a Tim Tam, everyone.
They're really good. No.
Yes, but Daredevil isn't Batman.
Oh, Daredevil isn't Batman.
What?
Will you marry that person, Katrina? They're asking if you'll marry them.
Yeah.
Only if we move to Utah.
Was a change of Spartacus from the first season difficult to deal with? Yeah, of course it was. It was someone's life. But also, like, I guess in regards to having a new Spartacus, of course it was. I wouldn't say difficult. It's just different. It's a whole new person that you're dealing with. It's you know, he had to find his feet as well. So, like, the whole season was a very kind of like a growing process, really. But as I said before, he did an amazing job, and and Katrina, you work with him a lot too.
Liam was fantastic. He had such a difficult role to step into, just because a lot of people weren't being very forgiving of him before they even saw what he was going to do. But just the idea of having to step into Andy's shoes is intimidating to anyone, and I think he did the best job that he could do, and I don't think anybody else could have done it better. I thought he was great to work with, and he did grow into his role, and he gained more and more confidence. But I think everybody just really understood and accepted what was going on, and tried to make it as seamless for Liam as possible, just because.
I just saw someone commented on your mic, and I just didn't know if it was on or off.
Is it not doing what it's supposed to? Yeah?
No, it's a good position. I'll go listen just in case.
Maybe.
Why did they kill Animaeus like that? I don't know. I do know that I'm not too sure because I haven't seen the DVD or Blu-ray version of Season 2. But the fight sequences between Gannicus and Animaeus and the Romans and all that, they shot so much more. So the fight sequence was like much bigger. But of course, you've only got 55 minutes to tell an entire story. So Animaeus' scene might have been really quick, his death, but there was so much more and to it. So unfortunately, they couldn't get it all in.
Oh, thank you.
What?
What do you think about the guy who just shoulder tapped you?
What?
I guess Xander touched your shoulder when he walked past you.
Oh.
So they're very concerned.
Oh.
Well,
They're
honey, that
Watch
one.
out.
Yeah, they just want to make sure they don't have to come over here.
Dan, would you do a movie with Katrina? Hell yeah. She can be
Maybe.
my quirky sidekick.
That is the international symbol for sidekick. Do that. I know. Well, gee, Batman.
Do I listen to Godsmack? Yes, I have. Not frequently, but I do know of them, and I have listened to a fair bit of their music. Will we do a romance together? I don't know. We'd probably laugh the whole time.
I think it'd be really awkward.
Yeah.
He's like a brother. Really weird.
Gross.
If you had to describe Australia with 3 adjectives, what would you choose? What's an adjective?
Hot. I don't know. Hot. And then wet.
Big.
And big. Well, it is. You can fit all of Europe in there. Thank you, Katrina.
You're welcome. No, I cannot twerk. I can twerk. Nobody wants to see it.
I do. Dan, what was it like shooting the final scene with Spartacus died? A lot of fun, actually. I love doing that kind of stuff. And it was also one of my last days on main unit, so it kind of had a nice character and real life kind of feel to it. So it was quite easy. It was it was great. It was just amazing, and that's when it started to hit me that the show was nearing its end. And
Sorry, Skip.
what?
Somebody wants you to strip and they want me to twerk.
Not happening. Yeah, but it was an amazing scene to do. Amazing scene to do. It was a lot of fun.
What bad habit do you wish you could break?
I wish I were not as messy.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I used to be really, really clean, and then I just got lazy as shit as I got older.
I gotta say, I love both of your honesty. It's very refreshing. It's much appreciated because I think the lounge lends itself to that. But I know the audience gets a chance as if they were really hanging out with you, and I think that's
cool. It's a lot
for
of fun.
fans. It's such a great experience, and
Well,
that's what we try and create
There are a
for.
couple of people that I know both of us recognized from our Twitter accounts. So it's fun to see them on here and
Oh, cool.
knowing that they are actually getting to interact with us.
Oh,
and
that's
us
great.
them. So that's really cool for us.
Very nice.
Favorite American slang term. I love. I'm gonna flip a bitch. I love that. There was Cynthia actually who played Navia. Was in New Zealand. She goes, "Oh, I got to flip a bitch up here," and I'm like, "What?" And we call it a U-turn in Australia, and I just thought that was amazing. That's my favorite.
I think my favorite term from you guys is "get fucked."
Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Hmm?
大家好.
Well, that's Chinese.
Do you speak Chinese?
Kinda.
Mandarin? You kinda?
Hey,
Yeah,
JJ.
kinda.
She does.
I do. I haven't in so long
Yeah,
that now I don't. Oh, dude, you're good.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You were so sexy, Katrina.
Because I had on 150 layers of tan, lighting, and camera angles, editing. Philippon knew twerking is not going to happen.
Yeah, in general, Twitch is obsessed with twerking. It's twerking always comes up. Maybe it's just because it's the hot thing.
But twerking's been around for what, like
Yeah.
forever?
Yeah,
Forever.
it really has.
It's nothing new, people. Just look at like hip hop videos from the 90s.
Yeah.
You'll see it all there. Hey, you guys, the guys from Spartacus. Yes, Lateralis or whatever it was.
Damn, you twerk.
little late to the show.
I've got a tiny little white ass. I'm not twerking.
That was too tall. That is
You can
too
thank
tall.
that train wreck Miley for bringing it back. I kind of thought it was cool what she did.
Yeah.
I thought it was
like
cool.
Her new
I-
song. I know
you know?
everybody's giving her help for it, but
She's
you know
gonna
what?
help
Girl's
doing
just doing her thing.
lift-
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. She's getting exactly what she
once
wants.
we
She's
wrap
getting
here,
all this
I'll
attention.
I'll
She-
go
you know,
to-
it's-
I'll go do that.
It seems like that's what the pop industry is. It's like the bigger you are, the more attention you get. You know, it's. You know. So, well done, Miley. How many of those collector cards did you have to sign? Oh,
2000.
2,000, 2,500.
Oof.
Italy.
What's your favourite country in Europe? Well, I've actually only been to United Kingdom, so England, really. So that's that. That's that question.
Yes, hola.
What?
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, a little accent too. That was really good.
Meant to click on Pornhub, but it'll have to wait for now. Sorry, dude.
Sorry. Never been to Portugal.
No. Hi from
Favorite
UK.
Spanish word? Ojos.
That's pretty.
That means
That's pretty.
eye or eyes.
Big ups for Jamaica. Boo. Ali G in the house.
Not oh.
What?
I think I do.
What?
She does. She falls asleep.
I'm pretty sure that's everybody, J Champs.
Yeah,
Ask
J
my
Champs, you
husband, he'll
figured it
probably
out.
Tell me. He'll say yes.
Do you have any songs stuck in your head right now?
Oops.
No. Nothing at the moment.
Where would we fans get to meet you guys? Safe, not creepy.
Conventions. I'm sure there's a couple of conventions coming up. It's, I guess, you got to get invited or stuff. Yeah. I'm not loved enough to get invited.
Were you surprised that you lived at the end of Spartacus?
They do smell like starbursts and flowers. Thank you.
Yikes.
Name. It's my German.
Oh no, you're Jamaican now. Look.
Yeah, Dan Lyon. Take that, Snoop. Greetings to Mexico. Who do we need to write to get you invited, Dan? Write to all of them. Dan, what is your favorite Metallica song? Depends on my mood, but I'm a huge fan of Welcome Home Sanitarium and probably For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yeah, that's right. Katrina, you look pretty tonight as opposed to other nights.
Thanks.
Because they've been comparing it to all the nights they've been watching you.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Jeez. Are you going to be in Montreal as well this weekend? They would like
No,
to
I am
know.
not.
What's your favorite Iron Maiden song?
Number of the Beast? I think it's him. Yeah.
6.
Oh, no. Run to the Hills.
Caesar says, "Hey Katrina, can you keep your blinds open tonight?" Nah, it's
Nope.
Just for you, babe.
Not
Just
creepy.
for you.
Which woman did Agron like best? Lucretia, Alithia, or Sepia? None of them. I don't really think Agron had anything to do with Sepia, so I don't even know if he existed. Yeah, she knew. He knew that she existed.
My favorite movie is Bull Durham.
Wow.
Mine was, I think I said before, Aliens.
Oh,
Or
there's-
Jaws.
Hey, you can play it.
Yeah, yeah. Dan, how many people pronounce your name right the first time? Not many. I think there's probably been 1 or 2 that I've ever met.
If you could be invisible for a day, what would
Aw,
you
thanks,
do?
Fairy Gold.
Ooh.
Say invisible? Oh,
Bad
I
shit.
mean, very, very bad shit. You know, the Spartacus training camp was hard just because after the first day you were so sore and then you never really had time to recover and it was just being more and more sore on top of it. But I think more than that, I think the dieting is harder than the actual training.
Oh, yeah, that
Because,
sucks.
you know, dieting, you do it for maybe an hour, 2 hours. If you're doing boot camp, maybe 4. But the dieting sucks. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Because that's very lifestyle. And society isn't really set up for that kind of eating. Like, if you want to
Yeah.
go out to... I mean, it's starting to get a little bit more like that, but...
I just know that when I'm working out at nighttime, all I want is sugar. So you go the entire day,
Oh,
and you're doing
man.
so well, and then all of a sudden 10 o'clock at night comes and you're just like, oh, I want chocolate.
Haven't seen Elysium. Yes, I broke the internet again. So sorry. Do you guys believe in mermaids?
Yes.
I believe in the mermaids in the last Pirates of the Caribbean film. That was a fucking cool scene.
Oh yeah. That's
Like the badass
freaking
mermaids.
scary.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Katrina, has anyone told you look like Olivia Munn?
That and Lucy Liu.
What about Metallica Saint Anger album? Wasn't my favorite, but I do think it was kind of necessary for them to get away from all that kind of crap and start to get back to their roots.
Totally believe in the Illuminati and unicorns.
What's the best way to negotiate a raise in salary?
Tweet about it.
Yeah. Go to the media. Be irreplaceable. Yeah. Yeah. I took that one seriously. What movie would you both like to see happen that has not happened yet? Oh, I don't like remakes. But if I had to pick one.
Swiss Family Robinson.
Oh, interesting.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. As I said before, I'd like to see Masters of the Universe remade. But I think the problem with remakes, they try and remake it for the younger audience, but I'd say remake it for the people that have already seen it. And that way you get double the,
Yeah.
double the audience, and they will appreciate it more. Like seeing the previews for Carrie, and I'm like, it's the same stuff. We've seen it. And,
I also think with the remakes, they just take all the fun out of it. Like,
Yeah.
a
Do
lot of
something
the
new with
original
it.
movies, there's so much charm and
originality, which gives it that charm.
yeah, like, and it's the stories about the characters and the relationships, and it's not about things blowing up. And I just think a lot of that's gone in a lot of the remakes.
Crocodile on Land. You can zigzag.
What?
And they can't get you. Would you fight a tiger in water or crocodile on land?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because if you zigzag, crocodiles can't follow you. Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Do you miss the role of Aggron? Sometimes. Sometimes. Did you like the Clash of the Titans remake? You know. I thought it was cool to watch. It's one of those popcorn kind of films, but...
I have Sharknado on my DVR at the moment. We're going to have a Sharknado movie night.
What do I miss about Australia? Just friends and family. And the weather, when it gets really, really hot, at night it'll rain to cool everything down. Whereas here, no, there's no letting up.
Yeah, there's no weather.
Haven't seen the Superman remake. I do watch Game of Thrones, really like it.
I don't necessarily have a favorite artist. Current artist that I really enjoy is Bruno Mars, and just because I think his voice is amazing. My favorite song of all time is the Eagles' Hotel California.
Nice. Nice.
Birdemic. Oh, what is that?
It's it's consistently voted one of the worst movies of all time. It's like a remake. It's not a remake. It's inspired by The Birds, but the graphics are
'Cause
awful.
I've seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, the movie. No, this is like one that was made on a budget of like nothing, and the director considered himself a genius. And The Birds are animated GIFs. So the
awesome.
actors are like doing like this, and it's like this GIF is like floating over their face. It's
Have
terrible.
you guys heard about The Room?
I heard, yes, that's apparently as horrible,
somebody
if not
handed
worse.
me a DVD of that, and apparently I'm supposed to have a screening of that too.
think
I
you'll
say
be
TV
delighted
series
by
for
how
adapting
horrible
books. Books generally need to be flushed out. But then again, there's some books just can't be made on TV unless they've got a super huge budget.
My favorite season of Spartacus was for sure season 1. Just there was something magical about that season, and Badias is one of my favorite characters, and he was there, and Andy was there, and I think there's just something really nice about the Romans interacting on a daily basis with the slaves. I think that was a really good setup. I just thought it was magical that first season.
Ciao, friend Stoneheart. You guys
Ciao,
you
friend
a
Stoneheart.
fan of Howard Stern?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm not a fan. I guess I don't really listen. Dan, he's an 11 in my books.
Aww.
Those dimples can't go wrong.
What's your favorite Terminator movie? Second one. James Cameron seems to do sequels well. Except for Piranha 2, or did he do the first one?
Oof.
Oh crap.
I know he left like halfway through, and he's kind of like got it, stricken from his record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read 4 books out of the
yeah, I can mention that too.
Game of Thrones. Still have to read the 5th one.
So I wanted.
That one's the long haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
The
I was
yeah.
really book 4. Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to point out to you guys that you've very generously given us 15 minutes over the amount of time that and you can stay as long as you want. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't exhausted or anything like that. How you feeling?
I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting
Where's
hungry.
the pizza. Yeah. The shirt says I want candy. Got it in Vegas.
Haven't been to Brazil. Favorite Jim Carrey movie? Go. Dumb and Dumber. Yes.
That's fast.
Is that one? That's the third one. He means he wants your shirt. Sometimes you just
I
don't
want
know.
candy. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna press some buttons here.
Would we like to see maybe if there's a couple questions from Skype really quick?
Oh.
We've left them out.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey,
yeah.
Skype, what's up?
I can unmute those guys and we'll just get them in real quick.
Yeah, and those of you at home asking questions on the chat, make sure your questions are now the ones that you want answered, because they are getting hungry, and we must be considerate and grateful for the time that these wonderful talents have offered us. But yeah. So any pressing questions, now would be the time to start putting them in.
Your last minute questions in, right?
Yes.
And guys in Skype, if you have any questions, you guys are unmuted. So if you do have any questions for Katrina and Dan, feel free to ask them. And if not, then just keep watching.
Hi guys.
Hello.
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 Oh, there's Shot. He's already getting blushy.
Yeah, it's Rogue Infinity. I've never seen you blush up
Oh,
there, man.
he's.
I'm not used to talking to a beautiful woman. What should I say?
Oh.
So how's your day?
I was just awkward.
It looks like
So-
a couple people. I'll just read these off. They said, "Not a question. Just want to thank you for doing this."
Yes, definitely.
Thanks for
appreciate
thanks
it.
for tuning in, guys.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
amazing. We wouldn't be here
Oh,
without you.
yeah,
We really
we wouldn't be
appreciate
doing
you.
this if it wasn't for you guys. So
Thank you very much.
And shall they follow you on you accept people following you on Twitters and
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Facebooks and all that stuff, so you could follow them. Make sure you look them
Yes,
up.
if you can spell his name, you can find him on Twitter.
yes,
Are you verified?
yes, I am.
So-
At DG Feuerriegel, FEUERRIEGEL.